Robin.
Got a good crew in here today. We got Big Mama Prods on Twitter, Patrice Oneal, who's playing the Houston Improv Thursday through the weekend. But the problem is, I didn't know this. Dallas got close to a foot of snow today. That doesn't happen, right?
Dallas?
They don't get snow like that, do they?
Yeah.
Well,
sometimes.
Dallas?
Every once in a while?
Maybe.
So Houston's getting hit as well, I believe. But Patrice's problem is the ice storm we're going to have in New York tonight and tomorrow. We're going to have one of those classic ice storms. No fucking way.
I mean,
There's a huge,
I might still be able to make it.
There's a 1,500, 2,000-mile weather swath across the whole United States.
This thing is supposed to be, they said 200 million people will be affected by this storm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Brutal.
Chicago's supposed to get 3 inches an hour.
And we're going to get like...
For how many hours?
I don't know.
It's only for 5 minutes.
Look, we're on all over the country. I want someone from Dallas and Chicago. I want to know what the hell's going on with the weather.
I want someone from Houston to let me know if I'm going to get out of here tomorrow.
Let's do a call from Houston, Chicago, and Dallas. How's that?
Yeah.
How can people not believe in God when shit like this happens? It's just...
It makes me believe in science and global warming.
Science.
That's
Not
what it makes
global
me believe
warming.
in.
But
I don't believe in global warming.
The idea
It's
that
natural.
this force, no matter how much we try to control it and defeat, it's unstoppable.
We're pompous as beings. We really think we have a lot more power than we do. We're like one little flick away from just non-existence.
I'm going to tell you what the ultimate arrogance is of everything I've ever heard in terms of science is people that predict the end of the sun.
Like 2012?
Like the sun will extinguish in 7 million. Shut the fuck. It could go tomorrow. The sun could sneeze.
It can't go tomorrow.
No, it can't go tomorrow. Not scientifically.
It could sneeze and fucking...
No, you want to know...
It does sneeze.
globe.
How do you know there couldn't be some kind of instability deep in the sun that just all of a sudden
That we don't know
explodes the
about?
motherfucker?
Well, maybe,
it's
but
a reactor.
We have to go with what
And
we know about
excuse
stars.
me, fucking Bill Nye. This is the thing. We all repeat. We all do it. Repeat what someone else did and go, oh no, this is what it is.
I
They
think
don't
the
tell
guy
us
on
shit.
Nova knows what's going on. Personally, that's PBS.
Do you
There's no
think
reason to lie
every
to
time?
us.
Do you think every time a sun explodes,
What, the black dude?
a star
I'm not
explodes?
trusting no black
Too many
physicist.
people have said the same thing.
Yeah.
Too many
I know,
people
but
have
do you
said the
think
same thing.
every
They're in
time a
cahoots.
star explodes, it had this natural progression that lasted this amount of time? Or do you think sometimes a star just goes, fuck it, and
No,
explodes?
I don't think
Just
stars
like
go fuck
Krypton's
it.
sun.
You
Krypton's
ever
sun
throw
said
an,
fuck
right.
it.
you ever
Said
throw an
fuck
apple
it.
up in the air and it went fuck it before it hit the ground and floated? No, it obeys the laws of physics.
That's fair. That's a very fair point.
Yeah, it is.
That is a very fair point.
But I think gravity on Earth is a little more dependable than a nuclear reaction that's happening in space.
And we live
based
it.
on a fuel supply,
Sure, but there's a different
balance of...
You're right. So it might not be 5 billion years. It might be 6 billion years before the sun expands and then explodes or implodes. It's not going to be a. It's going to be a fucking.
You've never seen it.
I have so.
We're
I
still-
was in Jersey one
we're
time
still-
and I looked at it. Nobody believed me.
We're still arguing about like dinosaurs and all of
Yeah.
that shit. We don't know shit.
We don't argue.
Only religious people
Not-
argue.
I mean,
Yeah.
Only
it's
the
true.
dummies.
Only the
I
fucking
mean,
strict
when I say
religious.
we,
Can I-
people, you know.
And we shouldn't
Yeah.
we shouldn't be worried about weather. We should be worried about that Yellowstone thing.
What, the big
What the
fucking
fucking-
volcano
That's
underneath?
that's way worse than any fucking storm.
Old Faithful's getting ready to explode.
And supposedly it would take out what? Most of the United
It's
States?
building up pressure like an
Supposedly.
atomic bomb.
That's way worse than a stupid nor'easter or a clipper system.
Cute Old Faithful could kill us all very soon.
Yes. Old Faithful. Fuck worrying about the weather and that dumb sun.
It can crash
There's
the
something
earth.
bubbling right now under Yellowstone that could take out the United States.
But they just
this
put a
year.
fucking rock over it. Enough already.
Your
Stop
boy-
looking at it.
Your boy
cork in
Kwaku?
Oh, Kaku.
Kaku said the earth moved.
He's so excited
I've
about what
had
can
enough
happen
of
with
it.
Yellowstone.
4 inches or some shit after this last. It was a big earthquake in Colombia, I think.
It's not that unnatural, though, during earthquakes for the Earth to give a
just
little
move.
shake.
Yeah.
Are we,
Kind of
far
a
enough,
shift
are we far
process.
enough east to not worry about the Yellowstone thing? That's all I want to know.
I love living on the East Coast. This snow right now is the only time I've ever felt like, wow, Mother Nature could
It's
put the
fucking with us.
mash
Right,
on us.
right.
But other than that, the East Coast is a very great place to live.
We really don't get it. Hurricanes weaken before they get up here, really.
Really?
Snowstorms, we're not going to get a fucking ice age, but we don't get earthquakes. We don't get tornadoes for the, we
I
get
don't
these
know.
little
Snow
ones.
totally sucks.
But it doesn't
Yeah,
make
but
me.
it's
I
not
hate
going to
snow.
fuck
It
you up.
doesn't make me believe in Patrice. Does it make you believe in God? No. It doesn't. It's just a natural reaction. What made me believe in God was when a Russian girl had me on my stomach and she was gently masturbating me and she put a finger in my ass and I went, no. And before weight came out, I was coming. That made me believe in God. I thought I knew something, but the seer of all spoke through her middle finger and I listened.
Hey.
He said, "Come, my son."
By the way, we got Ryan Kealy in studio as well. That's the other voice you hear. Penthouse Super Party, 2011.com for the big Super Bowl party in Dallas. Now we're going to help Patrice. We got Houston on the line. Josh.
Good evening.
Hi, Josh.
Patrice playing the Improv all weekend long, so we're trying to figure out if he's going to get there.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to get here. It's just we got another storm coming in Thursday night into Friday. You usually deal with idiots on the road who don't know how to drive in the rain.
So we got to get you there tomorrow, Patrice.
Well, he's not driving
I'm
there.
not flying in, sir.
He's flying in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you'll get to the airport fine.
I don't know what's going to happen in New York.
Yeah.
He's taking a connecting flight. He's going through Chicago tomorrow into Houston.
Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, you might.
I was kidding, sir. You're coming apart at the seams.
I like flying to Houston. That's one of the places, the few places I don't mind flying because they can use the international planes that make you feel a little safer.
Yeah?
Yeah, the big first
A little
class.
bigger?
Yeah, I love those big
that's-
760.
Yeah,
You see the new Continentals?
The first class is to the left. I like
Yeah.
I like planes where you take a left to go to first.
I know, I like that too, right?
And that stewardess gives you that look that she can't help giving, which is, excuse me, like,
She wanted to ask to see your ticket.
bam,
Do you
bam.
belong here? Yes, I do.
Hey,
I think they
Yes,
tell them not
I
to
do.
do that anymore. It's only like if somebody, they used to go, come on, big
Yeah,
boy.
let me see your
and
ticket.
let everybody that looks like they should be on first. But I'm going to tell you what I like doing even better. If I can't afford first. Sometimes it's fucking very, very expensive. I buy the whole row in coach, each of them about $275. And you just sit there like a complete douche and have a whole row.
Yeah, but you can lose those seats like that. If the flight's oversold, they
No,
will,
you cannot.
Here's what they'll give those seats away to other flyers and refund you money. You will get your money back, but they will not like if people are going on standby, they will not leave those seats empty.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you how I know this is not to be true. I had it was an oversold flight, and stewardesses were trying to get buddy passes.
Really?
And a stewardess came and said, "Can I sit there?" And I go, "No." And then the boss said, "Do you have tickets?" I pulled them out like a card hand, 3 of them, and
Three of a
fucking
kind,
leaned back.
motherfucker.
And she said, those were my motherfucking seats."
Then maybe it's you know what? Maybe it's an airline policy because in JetBlue you can buy the whole row, and that's actually worth it. But they will sell your seat. But maybe it was because it was a stewardess though. Because they don't come
non-rev.
above customers.
Yeah.
The revenue comes above a stewardess. But a revenue customer.
Well, I am a revenue customer.
No, but
those seats were sold. That doesn't make them more of a revenue. That just makes a place for them to be.
Right.
But I really think, though, that they would have. See, had they given that to the stewardess and taken your ticket, they would have lost money because you would have got your money back. However, if another revenue customer paid for that ticket, they would have refunded you money, they would have saved no money, and they would have flown
it's a
another
wash.
passenger.
Yeah.
No, it's not. If I have the seats,
I'm not saying what's right or wrong.
No, not right or wrong. If I had the seats and I bought the seats and they made $300 a seat, doesn't matter who the fuck gets on. They have $900, which they would have had if some assholes stood by and got it.
But here's why it will matter to them, because on their next flight, now they have a problem. They have a pain in the ass customer at the airport. They have another flight to get him on, which means they may have to domino backwards.
He should have bought a row.
That's true. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's their thinking.
That punk
sense.
motherfucker should have bought the whole
Buy a
row.
row.
There you go.
Motherfucker.
Listen, Michio Kaku was talking about Yellowstone, and this guy saw the interview. Chris in Jersey, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Welcome aboard.
No, thank you. On CNN.com, there's an interview with him where he actually talks about it. It's called Yellowstone Takes a Deep Breath. And they show a diagram of the United States. And I think most of fucking California is gone.
Ugh.
And all the way till, I don't know exactly where it goes, but it's like the entire United States is destroyed.
No, I think we're safe because we're way tucked away.
Yeah,
No,
come
you're
on.
As far east as you could go. That's
This
where
is
we're
This
at.
in
snow we're
half.
having now is just to say, hey, East Coast, you can get fucked with too.
Yeah.
Because we don't get fucked with. There's no fault lines. There's none of that bullshit we got to worry about.
That's why there's so many of us here. Fucking, why do you think in Jersey everybody's crammed up each other's asses? Because we're not going to fall into the ocean.
We're trying to push away from
But
Yellowstone.
the Canary Islands
That's where all these fucking snitches go.
The Canary Islands and
Ryan
let me
Kealy.
know if I'm right or wrong here, right? Is the Canary Islands will be falling into the ocean soon, and so much of it will fall in the ocean that it could be a giant tsunami that hits America from the energy of the Canary Islands.
All right, we'll deal with that.
Falling.
Now,
into
what's
the
wrong
ocean.
with the Canary Islands that they're going to fall into the fucking?
Because
ocean?
they have. Here's what they have: a series of volcanoes all through the shit. And
Was it East or West Coast that they would hit?
it's us. It
Needs to be on the Science Channel.
So, but I'm saying it's interesting. It's really. I'm just repeating what I saw. It could be a lie.
They said
but
in the
there's
shit?
volcanoes and water.
Right.
So the water is constantly hitting the lava and making the process of carving out shit like the Grand Canyon took forever to finish carving. This shit is carving because it's heat and pressure, and they're saying that all that shit could just make the side of that island fall right into the ocean.
I saw that.
But the island only comes up a little bit. It doesn't come that much out of the water.
The earth going underneath.
And
there,
oh, really?
Building mountains. And
But wouldn't
shit.
that just make something
it's
else pop
fucked
up?
Yeah, mountains.
Let's just make
BBC
something
News
pop up.
says the
Volcanoes.
threat is overhyped.
Overhyped.
Yeah. Canary
BBC?
Islands aren't going anywhere.
Very fair too. I like goddamn Ryan because if you're ever gonna quote news, quote the BBC.
BBC.
The BBC.
By the
Yeah.
way, the guy
BBC's good news.
This guy spreading the Canary Island thing owns a stilts company in the Canary Islands, and he's trying to get canaries for stilts. And he's trying to prop them up under the island.
When was the last time stilts were sold to anybody?
Canary still.
Stilts. Good thing I bought these stilts.
Yeah, he's got everybody over there investing in stilts to prop up the island.
This is the
idiots.
first time in my whole life, and I live in Boston, so we get those nor'easters all the time.
Yeah.
But this is the first time in my life as a man I'm going outside going, ooh. Like
Yeah.
and then having shitty conversations with the neighbors.
Oh, how about this, huh? Did you hear?
I didn't realize that
Nothing worse than shitty conversations
Oh,
with
the
the neighbor.
shitty
it.
snow
Oh,
comment.
look at the weather we're having.
You got to say something because you live next to him.
Never, ever. I
Oh,
don't speak
good
to my
for you,
neighbors
man. Good for
ever,
you.
and because I refuse to be the one that's not speaking. You're not speaking to me either, so fuck you. So
Oh, yeah,
we're not
yeah.
speaking,
The best
and I don't
thing
give a shit.
I love about moving to New York is that I have learned like the no contact stare.
Oh,
You
where you don't
know,
have
you're
to,
just like
talk,
it's tunnel
look,
vision.
nothing.
Like nope, nothing at all.
And no one cares.
It's a very
though.
lonely
I love
city.
it here.
It really
no
is
one,
a lonely
No
city.
one will look at you and think like, oh, what a fucking bitch. She's not looking at anybody and doesn't want to talk. Because they're on their own fucking, I don't want to talk to
Exactly.
This is
anybody.
why nobody
Amazing.
looks at each other. My girlfriend was on the train yesterday, and she was taking her scarf off, and the old lady just looked up at her and made eye contact and went, "You asshole!"
What?
Yeah, and she was like,
Well, she was taking a scarf off her.
Well,
coat.
I told her that. I'm like, look, you creepy neck bitch. And then she's like, what? And the lady was like 60, and she goes, "You goddamn moron." For what? She was a fucking nut.
Just a coke.
Yeah. And my girlfriend, just who doesn't handle things well,
That's why I don't
gets an
take the
inch from her
train.
face and is screaming, "You're a laughable cunt." You know, she's just,
Oh, my God.
because she doesn't understand. It's like she's mentally ill.
Oh,
But that's why nobody looks at
chick's
each other.
hysterical.
But nobody looks at each other because if you make eye contact,
You open up
that's
a
what
whole
you're
door.
opening the
You
door
open up a
for.
whole door of crazy.
Yeah, you don't want that. Not in New York. No fucking
so
way.
much crazy.
Everywhere else, though, everybody's like, hey.
Hey, how you doing? Da,
How
da,
you
da, da.
doing?
It's awful. I want to
Even
buy
a
you a damn sweater,
nod.
not make a conversation.
Like, even in L.A., like, if someone looks at you, you give them, like, a nod, like, hey, how you doing? It's like New York.
I'm an actor too.
Someone, yeah.
Yeah, you got to relate to each other.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
you
an
got to
actor.
relate to each other.
If you don't relate to each other, because that's that incestuous attitude of
it is.
life.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
news. Good news for the East Coast. The Yellowstone thing, when it blows,
Won't hit us.
won't hit us, but the ash will. We'll
That's
be
fine.
We'll be buried under a lot of
gives a
fucking.
I don't
shit.
care. The people in my luxury building will clean it. Clean the ash, scum.
When the meteor hits,
Lots of ash.
the ash doesn't really bother me at all.
Nah, Ash.
What do you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be the sun? The
What's going to kill us?
yeah, it's going to be us, right?
I think it's gonna be Monsanto.
It's going to be nukes.
No, because
Yeah.
George Carlin did that bit about plastic plus Earth. Like the Earth is just very adept at saying "go fuck
No,
yourself."
what takes
to any
us?
threats.
What takes us out though?
I think the
Genetic
Earth.
engineering.
No.
Yeah.
The Earth.
I think a devastating earthquake,
that takes the whole world out?
That does something.
Could be a
something.
crazy fucking meteor strike.
Yeah.
I don't believe in meteors, though.
You don't?
How do you not believe in meteors?
They're not a myth.
No, I don't believe that there is a
Don't believe in
destroyer
zombies,
Earth
but you should believe in
Really?
meteors.
I think a big rock. And matter of fact, there's another theory that I don't believe, that if they fire the giant stop you meteor nuclear missile, that
Armageddon
it
is
won't
not-
destroy it. I believe it'll destroy it. The idea that a missile hits that meteor, a nuclear missile hits that meteor. You see what a fucking nuclear missile did to the Independence Day mothership?
Yes, Armageddon.
It will fucking blow that bitch up.
No, well, what would happen if it would fragment it?
It would fragment
and
it and
pieces
get-
of it.
yeah.
What they're going to do
We
is
get
they're
It's
slammed
going
better than
by-
the giant
they're going
one.
to set it off in front of it or next to it at the very the shockwave right at the beginning when it's far enough away diverts it. So like if you're 20 million miles away or 10 million miles away and you divert it, then the path changes and it misses Earth. They're not going to blow it up. They
I
can't
think
blow it
they
up.
get
And we
Bruce
need
Willis to drill a
about
hole in it.
50 years of warning or some shit too to have a chance to try to stop it.
What they're actually going to do is put somebody out there with a flag, just pointing in a different direction, so the meteor turns.
I don't think a meteor would destroy the Earth. I don't think there's a dinosaur destruction fucking meteor.
I think it's going to
Really?
be fucking with our food supply. I think it's eventually going to poison us, and I think that,
Us?
Well, yeah, what they're doing with
You
corn
think
right now.
you think we're gonna
I
fucking
think
Plague
we're
would
going
be
to kill
good.
ourselves
What about
with genetically
plague?
engineered corn
What about
and
some
wheat
kind of
and all
plague?
that.
Monsanto? Yeah,
Yeah,
That'd be good.
because you mess up that food supply, then where do we get food? They're already genetically engineering.
But Monsanto's trying to control food. But they're doing
Yeah.
that. They're doing that
and
to try to kill
their
us anyway.
strains are like taking over natural occurring strains, and then these strains also are not germinating without new seeds
The
being purchased.
goddamn Germans got nothing to do with it. Sorry, I'm
That's
smoking
what
in the
I
bed.
think.
So you're into the New World Order and all that stuff.
I'm not in the New World Order. I do.
Well, that's what you're talking, lovely.
Okay. Monsanto's a little bit different than
Monsanto,
New World Order.
Monsanto is all a part of it.
Who do you think made your tits?
Exactly when you die,
Jesus
ruining
Christ.
the earth.
Monsanto.
It's just going to be you and your
Hey,
tits,
Monsanto
your
tits.
bones and your titties killing us. Do you know that we stopped degrading in the ground too? Because of all the preservatives in our food.
That creeps me out.
People are opening up graves and there's completely fucking preserved people in
fine.
the ground
Does that
because
work?
of Twinkies and shit.
Yeah,
like
mummies did it too. We're not going to end.
That was a
We're going to
whole process.
colonize. We're eventually going to colonize in space, and we're going to eventually
Where
become
were we
more
gonna
mobile.
colonize in
Where?
space?
To where?
Like, where?
Thank you,
I
Randy.
Where are we gonna,
just
like-
Moons of
Mars.
Jupiter they're looking at.
Okay, yeah, Europa
Jupiter
has a
fucking
Jupiter moons.
minor chance of actually having life on it. Yeah, Europa is one of the moons of Jupiter,
Yeah.
and the ice there isn't even made out of what we think of as something that would make ice and water.
I like to
It's
fuck you with an
it's a
encyclopedia on top of your head.
chemical slurry.
It's just like I would love to fuck her while
she
she's
knows
reading
all
an
this?
encyclopedia.
It's online. They will eventually colonize other
How
places.
about we just planet transform fucking Mars? Because CO2 atmosphere, we
That's
plant
what you
some
heard.
trees.
You heard that shit from Total Recall.
No,
that
no.
shit don't have nothing.
No, but it's CO2. So CO2 trees breathe CO2 and let off oxygen.
That's what they saying.
So you over years you make Mars
find a
an
magic
oxygen
tree.
atmosphere.
Mars ain't got nothing but red rocks.
Yeah, and the trees would die if you strapped them to the outside of the fucking ship and take off to go to Mars.
Mars ain't shit. Why
It's so
would
hard to
why
get
would
to
we
Mars, and
ever
it's so
go
hard
to
to get-
fucking Jupiter on the fucking moon? Where Jupiter is nothing but a giant
And that would
deadly
suck.
gas
And
ball.
then how do you get your sunlight? Like
And
you're
that's
behind Jupiter
exactly.
sometimes. You're in front of the sun.
You
You're behind
manufacture
Jupiter.
it. You manufacture it. They
Your
can
days
do
would be all
anything.
fucking
Too many
willy-nilly.
movies, man. What manufacture? What?
If you can
From
live,
the
look,
man that thinks we're going to blow up a meteorite with a nuclear.
we actually, I'm telling you, we are eventually going to learn how to be mobile in
Is that
space.
sarcasm towards me or me? It's me.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say. I
Pulled
think.
Armageddon science, and now you're coming to the right side.
I think that a lot of the shit they say is horseshit. I don't believe in everything that they tell me. I don't believe that a meteor killed the dinosaurs, and if it did, it was whatever. But I don't think a meteor is going to kill us.
No.
You see that hole where that meteor is supposed to that hole? How did that hole kill everything?
But that might
I
have
don't
been
give a fuck.
there might have been a larger hole somewhere else that was covered, or it might have been in the ocean that it hit. It's fucking literally
hit
it
the
blocks out
ocean,
the sun.
it'll be
They
great.
say the whole Gulf of fucking Mexico was made by just a fucking meteor.
And those poor
And that was-
dinosaurs was walking around.
Look at the moon
But
surface.
the dinosaurs didn't have doctors. Maybe if they had Dr. Dinosaur, they would have fucking cured the cold that killed them all. And time out. Fucking, there's a bunch of dinosaurs running around the goddamn earth anyway. Rhinoceroses
That's a
are
dinosaur.
fucking dinosaurs.
I agree with you.
Alligators, crocodiles,
dragons.
they're fucking
Condors.
dinosaurs.
Birds.
They lived.
Some of the
Yeah.
birds,
Condors. Yeah.
skeletally, are.
I'm telling you. And they had to shrink to be able to not, because before when they were brontosauruses, they had to eat a tree a day or whatever. So they had to adapt to be able to eat a bush a day.
They did, one thing he's saying that's right is, well, they did find a dinosaur bones. They dug it up and they thought it was a fake because they noticed he was holding the New York Times. And they're like, no dinosaur would read that liberal rag.
Wait, so you think, Opie, so Ryan thinks genetic modification, we're going to kill ourselves.
Right.
I don't count ourselves as...
No, Ann came up with this. Give me some kind of plague.
I think a natural occurring plague.
Give me something.
From just too many people. China will fucking fuck something up, and
It's going to be the zombie apocalypse.
And there's so much. Oh, I can only dream of a zombie
That
apocalypse.
would be great. Other than dying,
That'd be fun.
I would love to see the end of the world. Other than being a part of dying
Yeah.
and the
love to see it,
screaming,
yeah.
I would love to sit on my porch and just watch
the
I want the
apocalypse.
Tina Turner
Fucking
Mad Max
drones.
outfit with like the chainmail.
Really? You
I
want
got a
to be- you want
machete under my bed.
post-apocalyptic?
Oh hell yeah!
To hang on
That's
as
why
long as you
Burning
can.
Man.
She's a sneaky. She's a globalist. Like she believes in all this creepy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
She don't talk about it because Penthouse
do
says.
not believe in that creepy-
Penthouse says, Ryan, don't talk that crazy.
Exactly.
Just show your ass.
Yeah. Don't talk about
Your
your
ass
ass.
too much.
Very nice.
Too much people just
hold
rub
these
your,
out. Just shut my mouth.
show
Pull my chest
show
out.
your
All
t-
right.
show
All
that
right.
cooch.
Put
But
my
Pull your
see,
nipples out and don't
Nipples
talk.
are out.
here's how much she's
Say
upgraded
stupid
in my
shit.
head. She's a globalist. She's into New World and shit, right?
Yeah.
Global banking and all that. She believes in all that because she knows about Monsanto. But she shows her twat, right? Little hair on it and her tits. And it makes me go, now I can listen to you. And I'm like, oh, she's fucking. If I didn't see your little hairy cooch, I'd be like, hey,
It's not
shut
fluffy.
up. But,
And
you know,
me and Patrice were talking about a little hair on the vagina.
You missed a great
It's not bad.
conversation. Yeah.
She was showing her vagina, and there's a
That's
little hair
great.
on there.
Well, what are you going to drive, an Etzel? Let it go. You don't need fucking hair on it.
It's a fucking Etzel. That's what you're born with, Norton. There's something natural and beautiful about
Yeah, I
hair.
know, like
on
an
the toilet.
appendix you're born with, and they fucking boot that too.
I'm not talking about,
How about people
big
that are
hairy bush.
people that are born with
This is
cleft
not a
palates?
hairy bush.
Can I say asshole
No,
hair
let's-
doesn't fucking
let's
bother
say.
me either?
No, this
Let's
is
say
not
that.
a hairy bush. This
Yeah,
is like
say that's
I
great.
don't get much hairier than this.
When
Like I
she
trim a
stands
little
No,
bit.
you're very beautiful, Vag, but I
When she
prefer
stands
it.
there, it looks nice. It looks like that's a woman standing there.
Fluffy.
Terrific. I like it to be no hair. I want her to look like she just landed from the planet fucking Photon.
Very real.
I want a fucking alien vagina.
That's your hard work?
Patrice
Yeah.
said a vagina that isn't shaved looks like uncooked bread.
Uncooked bread. Yeah.
It's just like risen and white and like pop, 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 pop.
And you got, she's very veiny and real.
She's a very beautiful hiney too, I think.
Why would you say that to a
Holy
girl?
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah,
Look
that's,
at she has this is the thing. It's about what I like. Now I'm looking at a close up without spray paint and everything. She has this is the thing. Black guys love shit like this.
yeah.
She has some stretchy marks, man,
Little
on the
small
booty
ones.
cheeks, man. But they look delicious. This is so real.
Yeah, that's a real ass right there.
Amazing.
Firm.
And it's hard as a rock, but
Firm.
jiggly. My
Firm but jiggly.
Goodness gracious.
There's no dimples
Language.
going on there.
And this,
She got a little bush
this
on
dumb
her.
video guy
Nice.
gets to fucking have that glory in his face all the time.
Hey, man, Battlestar Galactica is.
What'd you think? Did you like Buck
Fucking-
Rogers? I'll talk about Twinkie all night. If you tinkle on me, I'll do Twinkie.
I do kind of have to pee, but I think there's enough fluids for it.
Oh, shit, Jimmy.
Are you all natural vegetarian the whole thing?
Oh
or
God, no.
You eat meat?
Oh yeah, I was raised vegetarian. I didn't. My father's total hippie. Like took mescaline at Woodstock when he was 16.
Right.
But so he raised me no meat eating, and then my major rebellion in my tweens was I became a meat eater, and it was like I was grounded.
What
for
was the first
weeks.
meat you ate?
I had turkey at Thanksgiving dinner.
Was it your friend's house?
Well, no, because my
shit.
dad's vegetarian, but the rest of our extended family is
So
not.
you ate it, and what did he say? Did he
He
just?
took me out, and he's all like, "When you're 18, you can eat meat in your own house. But when you're under my roof, you're not
And that
eating
turkey
animal
was
flesh."
delicious,
dumb
wasn't
meat?
it?
Oh yeah, it was the
so-
stuffing that I've loved.
It was
yeah.
delicious, huh?
Your dad's really like a.
Is he still a hippie?
A little bit. He does yoga every day. Still vegetarian.
You get along with him?
Oh yeah, we're like this.
Now here's the thing. This is a myth.
No, it's a total man.
Why? What? How do you keep? Is there any way to keep your daughter from fucking being on the pole? You got
No.
a good relationship with your
I
dad.
have a great relationship with my dad. It's a kid's gonna do what a kid's gonna do. You know,
So it's not a father
and
issue.
It's not a father. I love my dad. I'm actually so much like my father. It's frightening.
How's he
you know?
deal with the smothering and the
He does. One of the best moments in my life ever happened is that I started working an adult, and I kind of pulled back from my extended family. I come from a very big, very Catholic family up in Seattle, and I came to like a big family event. I think it was Easter. There was like 90 people there I was related to, and like 25, 30 of them came up to me, and they're like, "We know what you're doing, and we do not approve, but you are always our family, and we always love you, and we just want you to be happy and healthy."
Ew.
Yes.
That kind of sucks.
You should go to every uncle's house and go through their browser history.
My
I
family's
saw
not
what
like
you did.
that.
I thought Anal Demons 4 was good. Shot better than 3.
Well, one of the big reasons
They all
I've
love
never
it.
done boy. One of the big reasons I've never done boy girl.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I've never done boy girl. I do girl and softcore. One of the big reasons I haven't crossed that line is that they're so cool about dealing with what I have exposed myself to that I just don't want to push that button further. You know,
That's just how they said it, though.
they're so great and so like they're wonderful.
Well,
and
a
they love
square
me.
would say that if you, because everybody's trying to keep their their daughters off the pole. So if you're a square person, you have to go. You think that this is some kind of mental issue, like when you're in a sex game. So she's saying she got support somehow from square people, but she don't want to see that evil.
You know, I think that having their support also for some people makes it less exciting. If you're gonna, we all have that urge to, rebel and be like, you can't tell me what to do. My family's like, we don't agree, but we still love you. I'm like, all right, I don't want to push this boundary anymore.
So you're kind of a rebel.
Oh yeah, I
Because there's
shake
no
head and
way
everything.
I would let you blow me. No way. You're not allowed.
All right, well,
I wish that worked.
Ryan Kealy, a pleasure. Penthouse Super Party 2011.com. Anything else we need to push?
No, that's it.
Did you want? I don't know if you wanted me to or not. Because Club Madrid in Vegas, I'm going to be at February 11th. I wasn't sure if you were like supporting me on that. And I'm debating canceling the Melrose Improv if I don't sell more tickets February 12th to Saturday. And then I got a bunch of stuff.
Oh, let's get some tickets sold.
Cincinnati,
Yeah.
Portland, Montclair, and
people should see in California.
Wilbur Theater, Boston,
Yeah.
San Francisco, whatever.
You're headlining and as a gig the Melrose Improv.
Because I'm doing Leno and then I'm doing Chelsea on Monday, so I wanted to do a gig. I had to do fucking Vegas Friday. I'm coming back Saturday just to do
something.
I want to make some money to pay for my
Isn't it
extra.
just a fucking
They do headliners there.
yeah?
Yeah, they do headliners.
And Patrice, Houston Improv, if he can
Hopefully
fly out
Houston,
tomorrow.
and then my big special is coming out on Comedy Central on the 19th.
What airport you flying?
Newark
To where?
to Bush.
Oh, it said Dallas Fort Worth is closed.
Yeah, that's an hour flight away or
And that's
more.
today. Yeah, he flies
yeah.
tomorrow. So
Okay.
He has
One might not affect
this
you.
video rules with this fucking army guy. Look at the panic on this fucking
The look on that guy's face with the gun out is like, he's just freaking out.
It looks like a
Animal House.
or a scene from Stripes or something, right?
Who's he pointing it at?
Everybody.
Everybody.
What were they doing?
He thought
Nothing.
they were going to charge him.
It's a great video because at the end of it, the people started yelling, "We're one with the army." Like basically telling the army, "Relax, we're not fucking gonna
put down your
We're not
gun."
gonna attack you. You shouldn't attack us. We're all in this together."
If America thought if cops thought we're all together with each other and something fucked up came down from the government, they just was like, nah, we're not gonna fucking shoot anybody.
That video,
Yeah.
of that guy though, he's in
That would
major
be-
panic mode.
They wouldn't shoot, but they would shoot
they'd be
gas.
scared.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
shoot like those tear gas, those things that disperse crowds. In the States, they wouldn't just start opening on civilians.
Yes, the fuck
But-
they would if they were told to.
No, they would. They would disperse crowds. Nobody would give the order because it goes. There's too much accountability here. You have to explain why you gave the
But
order.
it would have to be really massive. I'm not talking a little riot or something. If millions of people were trying to overthrow the government, they would put a fucking
They would
stop to
shoot.
it.
Oh, yeah.
They
Because
would
Abu
kill
Ghraib,
people.
right? In Abu Ghraib, they blame that one broad for her
Yeah.
evil, And you think she fucking gave the order to torture Arabs?
No.
She wasn't the only one who got in trouble, though.
And the came down guy didn't get in trouble. That would fucking shoot citizens
They'd
in
be
a
shooting
fucking
people.
minute.
They'd be
A lot
fucking
of people got in
using.
trouble for that, but she was like
Yeah.
Lindy
the
England, her name
figurehead.
was.
Yeah, she was like the one we all pointed at.
Thumbs up.
A
And
lot
she
of
looked like
people got
John
in trouble.
Larroquette. That's why she bothered everybody.
Thumbs up to her.
All right, Ryan, thank you.
Thank you.
And Patrice,
Yes.
thanks, of course.
Thanks,
Jimmy,
what?
everyone.
And J-Lo,
We're
thank
going
you.
home, man.
It's done?
It's done.
Oh, we
yeah.
are done. It's fucking.
I got to take the boneyard.
I ain't got nowhere to fucking go now.
I know, right?
You could do radio
I
until
just gotta
Ron
drive
does.
slow.
I'm gone.
Robin.